After studying this module, you shall be able to know the importance of work environment in shaping work teams, learn the significance of employee safety, health, and violence, identify different safety and health measures to be observed, evaluate the working of teams at any organization, and analyze the necessity of good work teams in an organization. Work environment must be conducive to working. It must provide an environment conducive for doing innovative work and for working on challenging projects. Working conditions pertains to the worker's job environment such as hours of work, safety, paid holidays and vacations, rest periods, free clothing or uniforms, possibilities of advancement, etc. The working conditions of an organization shall be such that the workers or employees are able to contribute their best efforts and bring about quality output. Workers should feel safe and comfortable while working. Working conditions should be such that the workers do not feel burdened with the work. Instead, they should be encouraged and motivated to work with pleasure.
Introduction. Work environment must be conducive to working. It must provide an environment conducive for doing innovative work and for working on challenging projects. Working conditions pertains to the worker's job environment such as hours of work, safety, paid holidays and vacations, rest periods, free clothing or uniforms, possibilities of advancement, etc. The working conditions of an organization shall be such that workers or employees are able to contribute their best efforts and bring about quality output. Workers should feel safe and comfortable while working. Working conditions should be such that workers do not feel burdened with the work. Instead, they should be encouraged and motivated to work with pleasure. In other words, they should do their job in a similar manner as they do their personal work. Along with the work, the workers must be engaged in fun activities both inside and outside the office, such as partying at office, picnic or weekend trip, etc. There should be interaction between the team members. Other members' ideas, viewpoints, and opinions should be heard. There must be psychological awareness. One should be aware of the feelings of other members and not hurt them purposely. Team members should see the goals as their goals. They should be aware that goals cannot be accomplished alone and they should work in collaboration with each other. There can be collaboration and competition amongst the team members for the goal attainment. In functional competition, people realize self worth and work with excellence, while in dysfunctional competition, people prevent others from attaining the goals and lose self worth. Likewise, in functional collaboration, people work in sync with the other members for goal achievement, and in dysfunctional collaboration, people refuse to work and disobey the commands. Collaboration helps in building mutuality, that is, development of respect for each other and recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses, encouraging them to work effectively, generating more ideas and alternatives, which include stimulating others in thinking about alternatives, generation of ideas, approaches, and solutions, building mutual support and reinforcement, by giving the feedback to each of the team member and appraising them for their good work and efforts, developing synergy, which is multiplying and utilizing the talents of each team member to the fullest, developing collective action by making people committed to the goal, encourage them to take action, and inculcate a sense of power in them. Efforts must be made by both the employers and the employees themselves to maintain team spirit among the workers. Workers should be encouraged to work for common goals of organization along with their individual goals by cooperating with fellow employees. Work environment should be clean, healthy, spacious and hygienic. It should be free from unnecessary noise and disturbances. Satisfactory physical conditions of work such as ventilation, temperature balance, lighting, noise and related disturbances, color, surroundings, etc. will help to remove workers' irritation or stress at work. There should be proper infrastructure facility in an organization. Workplace violence. Everyone should be able to work in a safe and healthy workplace. The Occupational Health and Safety Act sets out roles and responsibilities for workplace parties with respect to workplace violence and workplace harassment, including developing and implementing policies and programs. Definitions. Workplace violence means the exercise of physical force by a person against a worker in a workplace that causes or could cause physical injury to the worker. An attempt to exercise physical force against a worker in a workplace that could cause physical injury to the worker. A statement or behavior that it is reasonable for a worker to interpret as a threat to exercise physical force against the worker in a workplace that could cause physical injury to the worker. Workplace harassment means engaging in a course of vexatious comment or conduct against a worker in a workplace that is known or ought reasonably to be known to be unwelcome. Workplace harassment may include bullying, intimidating, or offensive jokes or innuendos, displaying or circulating offensive pictures or materials, or offensive or intimidating phone calls. Policy and program. Employers must prepare a policy with respect to workplace violence and develop and maintain a program to implement the policy. Employers must provide information and instruction to workers on the contents of these policies and programs. The workplace violence program must include measures and procedures for controlling risks identified in the assessment of risks, summoning immediate assistance when workplace violence occurs or is likely to occur, and workers to report incidents of workplace violence. Workplace violence programs must also set out how the employer will investigate and deal with incidents or complaints of workplace violence. Domestic violence. Employers who are aware or ought reasonably to be aware that domestic violence may occur in the workplace must take every precaution reasonable in the circumstances to protect a worker at risk of physical injury. Communication. Employers and supervisors must provide information to a worker about a risk of workplace violence from a person with a history of violent behavior if the worker can expect to encounter that person in the course of work and if the worker may be at risk of physical injury. Personal information may be disclosed, but only what is reasonably necessary to protect the worker from physical injury. Work refusal. Workers have the right to refuse work if they have a reason to believe they are in danger from workplace violence. For certain workers who protect public safety, this right is limited. Health of team members. Workplace health promotion is, according to the Luxembourg Declaration of 1997, the combined efforts of employers, employees, and society to improve the health and well being of people at work. The term workplace health promotion further denotes a comprehensive analysis and design at human organization, work levels, strategically and methodologically aiming at development of health resources in the enterprise. The World Health Organization considers workplace as one of the priority settings for health promotion into the 21st century because it influences physical, mental, economic, and social well being and offers an ideal setting and infrastructure to support the promotion of health of a large audience. The Luxembourg Declaration provides that health and well-being of employees at work can be achieved through combination of improving the organization and the working environment, promoting active participation, and encouraging personal development. Workplace health promotion strategies also combine alleviation of health risk factors with enhancement of health strengthening factors. A guideline recommended in the Luxembourg Declaration includes participation, that is, all staff have to be involved, integration, that is, workplace health promotion has to be integrated in all important decisions and in all areas of organizations. Project management, that is, all measures and program have to be oriented to a problem solving cycle, needs analysis, setting priorities, planning, implementation, continuous control, and evaluation. Comprehensiveness, that is, workplace health promotion includes individual directed and environment directed measures from various fields. It combines the strategy of risk reduction with the strategy of the development of protection factors and health potentials. The positive impact of implementation of workplace health promotion program on productivity is widely discussed. The first logical step is to examine the impact of workplace health promotion on absenteeism as productivity is impossible if an employee is absent. However, the potential of increasing productivity is much greater when presenters is analyzed as it presents the situation when an employee is being registered as attending and being paid with lower performance due to a health condition or other causes. Stress at workplace. Basically, occupational stress is a stress involving work. According to the current World Health Organization's definition, occupational or work related stress is the response people may have when presented with work demands and pressures that are not matched to their knowledge and abilities and which challenge their ability to cope. Stress models. Stress is not caused by any single variable, but results from the complex interactions between large systems of interrelated variables. It is useful to distinguish stressful job conditions or stressors from an individual's reactions or strains. Strains can be mental, physical, or emotional. Occupational stress can occur when there is a discrepancy between the demands of the environment and an individual's ability to carry out and complete these demands. Often, a stressor can lead the body to have a physiological reaction that can strain a person physically as well as mentally. A variety of factors contribute to workplace stress, such as excessive workload, isolation, extensive hours worked, toxic work environments, lack of autonomy, difficult relationships among co workers and management, management bullying, harassment, and lack of opportunities or motivation to advancement in one skill level. A concern with stress research is that studies often neglect to consider the broader organizational context. These individual categories demonstrate that stress can occur specifically when a conflict arises from the job demands of the employee and the employee itself. If not handled properly, the stress can become distress. The first category concerns with the ability of the employee coping with the specific hours worked, the level of productive rate expected, the physical environment, as well as the expectancy of the work desired by management. The second category, role in the organization, is associated with the hierarchical ranking of that particular employee within that organization. With the third category, career development, other factors come into play. Security of their occupation, promotion levels, etc., are all sources of stress as this business market, in terms of technology, of economic dominance, is ever changing. The fourth category of workplace stress pertains to the interpersonal relationships within the workplace. The workplace is a communication and interaction based industry. Finally, the last category of workplace stress is the organizational climate or structure. The overall communication, management style, and participation among groups of employees are variables to be considered. Let
To summarize, a healthy workplace environment determines to a large extent as to how efficiently and productively the employees work. Violence at workplace should be controlled and checked immediately. It leads to hindrance in the work. Team members should be given a safe environment to work at. The safety comes first. Their equipment should be designed with safety measures kept in mind. The health of the team members should be the foremost priority. They should not be overburdened with work. Work should be divided equally to promote efficiency. Regular health checkup should be done as if detected with any disease, it should be treated immediately.